Hey everyone, Meg here with
Renata Peçanha.
And we're here at Renata's home in Rio de Janeiro. And I want to share more about Renata, who's made a huge contribution to the world of dance. Renata is celebrated globally as the Queen of Zouk, and you'll find out why in this interview. She was born here in Rio and is the force of nature who co-authored the first Brazilian Zouk syllabus and helped export this partner dance worldwide. She's the director of the Rio Zouk Congress, has lit up primetime television, and remains the style's most influential ambassador. Renata, what else do you want people to know about you?
Hi guys. First, thank you for inviting me for this interview.
Of course.
It's an honor, a pleasure for me. And I would like to say that I'm a dance lover since I was very, very young. But of course, I didn't know that I was going to have this as a job, as my mission, my way of living. And I feel very, very happy for contributing for the world of dance in general. I study computer science, guys. Yeah. And then I didn't work with this, but I decided now, 3 years ago, to study dance in the university. So I'm also in 1 year graduating in dance.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
That's huge.
In 1 year.
Wow.
I'm 51, so I think it's not too late to start over another thing that has to do with what I do for a living.
Yeah.
For so many years, for 30 years I do that. And also I have a studio since 2000, and yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's it. You know, just like out making waves, getting degrees, like it's so good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so excited to watch your videos and to talk about Zouk with you. And for those of you also who've tuned into the Jaime Arosha video, cool connection here because you also study with Jaime, right?
Yeah. I studied in his studio. Actually, I learned about partner dance in his studio.
Wow.
Yeah, when I went to his studio, I used to dance lambada in the parties. I didn't have at all technique about lambada. I used to dance jazz, ballet, and already had body awareness. So I used to learn in the parties very quickly, just following and not learning any technique at all. But I went to his studio and I just got amazed with what he done that time with the technique and how was happy atmosphere in his studio. And that caught my attention that I had to quit everything to only partner dance.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I did the same thing. Found dance and was like, this is it. And I bet a lot of people can also relate to that story. So we're gonna watch 3 videos today. One is a choreography of yours, and then
a long time ago,
but we also, oldies are goodies. And then a great video of you and your daughter.
Yeah.
And a great video of you and your husband.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about choreography, Zouk, legacy. It's going to be a great video review. Renata, what are we going to watch first? Tell us a little bit about this choreography video.
It's the story of love. I love love stories. When I like sensual or more energy as well, but this is my favorite. The favorites are the romantic.
I'm a romantic choreography.
Yeah. I used to dance ballet, jazz. I love that. And also I have a strong theatrical way of creating the choreographies, not only for me and my partner, but also for my dance company. So I created a show for my dance company that was really, really emotional. When you watch, you feel emotional, you feel inspired. I love when people in the end come to me crying, emotional. That's the best sensation ever. When you realize you touch the hearts of people.
I'm so excited to see it. I haven't watched the full video yet, so let's hop in.
Right from the start,
I did feel something.
Yeah, the idea is that you have a dream of finding someone that you have a true love, and that's the message that I want to show people. And people can watch and think, this is not a Zouk music. Actually, it is not, and actually it doesn't have it's not a quaternary song, I mean. So it's difficult to dance of course, the beat, the Zouk beat on this song. So the idea was totally breaking dynamics and using more the melody of the song and expressing a different way. Of course, I would never play this song in a party because it's impossible for the students and people to find the Zouk beat in that song. It's more about dancing a waltz than Zouk.
Got it. So you brought in a different type of music, but the Zouk aesthetic, because I noticed a lot of the movements that I see seem signature to Zouk.
Yeah, it's a mix of Zouk moves and also ballet, pirouettes, and all this stuff. Because it's a choreography.
Yes.
As I told, when you have on the stage, you are on the stage, you can express the way you want.
So when you're thinking about a choreography like this and you want people to feel something, do you look for the song that makes you feel something, or how do you start?
Yeah, sometimes I have some songs that I really feel like a choreography. Because they touch me so much and I already have all the story. I listen to the music already says. The lyrics gives me the idea of what I want to show. It's more about this than having an idea and trying to find a song to fit that idea.
Right.
And it's really, really easy to choreograph because it's something that I really love to listen.
Yes.
And it touches me a lot, so the ideas come easier.
Yeah, because we all know
it's not about thinking about the step I'm gonna use, but about what this brings to me, what move this song brings to me is easier this way for me.
Yeah, and we all know that whatever song you choreograph to, you're gonna listen to like a million times, so you better love it. For people that don't know Zouk, I feel like one of the characteristic moves is this, this head rotation in the hair. How did that become? Sorry, my nose is running because I was crying a little. How did that become? How did that start in Zouk?
Yeah, actually, the body moves you mean the circular came from lambada. Yeah, it's not one thing that was created in Zouk. We already had in a lambada style, in a different way, a little bit. Because Zouk brought another interpretation of the song. We have more long expression to the moves, and not so only sharp and fast as lambada was in the past. It was more energetic dance, and Zouk has more this possibility. But the body moves started in lambada, not in Zouk. Of course, as time passes and everything go changing, we had new moves with the chest. Yeah, you can see nowadays toalha or other moves that a combination of body moves that already had in lambada in a different way. Yeah, in a different linking. The way you use your body, it's a little different as well. The posture and everything in the time.
So what feels signature to Zouk? If someone were watching this, how would they know it was Zouk dancing?
We have a lot of course, chest moves and head moves, but what catches more my attention on Zouk is the connection. So I think mostly this. Of course, the body moves are really, really used, but you can feel dance in Zouk without doing body moves. That's what I mean. You can hug a person and do basics, and you can feel dancing Zouk, although you don't do any head moves. So for me, it's more about the connection of the body.
Got it. So the essence of Zouk is always there, whether you're doing something very simple or doing something that's more...
Exactly.
Beautiful. So when we talked about these 3 clips, you mentioned, it's perfect there in this order because that's actually chronological.
Yeah.
So we start here back in 2014, and then our next clip, tell us a little bit about this clip with your daughter.
Yeah, and what you're gonna see now, it's more like social dancing, Brazilian Zouk that we dance in the parties, that we teach, and was a demonstration. Once I went to New York to a festival, and she came with me.
Nice.
I brought her with me to teach. She was already working with dance at that time because she started younger than me. I brought her, and we were doing a demo, but she was still young in Zouk. She was not so experienced as now. Yeah, now she's, my God. I have no words to tell how Bruna developed her dancing and her teaching as well. So, and we were changing roles. Because she had the ability to lead as well, but I would like to lead her and follow as well, because I prefer to dance as a follow. I prefer. Yeah. But to teach, I also lead. And we were changing roles. You'll see. You see that we break dynamics. We're not dancing all the time in the boom chick chick. We're following the melody of the song. So that's what one of the characteristics of Zouk, of Brazilian Zouk. You dance in the beat as well, but as a basics, foundation is the beat, but you can break dynamics.
And when you say the boom chick chick, you mean the music?
The
boom chick chick.
Now we're in the beat. Boom. Now we break dynamics. You see, we stop stepping the regular beat. I mean. Changing roles.
And they hear it and they're excited. You took it back.
Yeah. She's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's wild to hear, she looks like a professional. Her movement is beautiful already, and you say she's improved so much.
Was a good change. A smooth change.
Very smooth.
So beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really, really proud that she chose this career.
So she's dancing full time.
She was very, very young, 12. She was not really interested in dancing. She was in the reception of the studio, playing games in the computer. And then there was one time in my dance company, there was a girl. She was going to travel, and the partner was not going to be able to perform the choreography. And then people were, Bruna, playing with her. Bruna, you have to substitute here. Come practice. And people was really, really teasing her. And she was always in the studio, every day with me. And she liked all the people, but she was not really dancing. Sometimes she was going to the class and dancing a little bit, but not really interested in dancing. And then people teased her so much that I'm gonna learn the choreography.
She gave up. She's like, that's it. It's time.
She started rehearsing with the company. Never stopped again.
Wow.
Anymore. Because she fell in love. She used to dance jazz because I put her when she was really, really young in the school, like 4 years old. She had ballet classes and jazz at school. And then she never quit studying this kind of dances, but the partner dance she was not interested. And she was young. Yeah, she was 12. I think this is something that the teenagers are not really, the contact with the other, they are a little bit like this.
Was there a moment where you remember that you saw like, I think she's really loving it now?
When she started rehearsing, immediately after, it felt like she discovered the love of her life. Like, I want to do that. It's amazing. Like, and then it's funny because Irla started dancing with another boy, and the boy that Bruna danced with was Irla's partner, turned to be Bruna's partner. So they changed partners.
Okay.
And it was nice because she had a partnership with this guy and was really nice. They developed a lot, I helped a lot, and until nowadays she does this for a living and she loves it.
Wow.
I'm really proud of that.
Do you feel like she's carrying on your legacy a little bit?
Of course. Yeah, I feel that if I die, there's somebody that follows my steps.
Yeah.
And can also continue with the studio.
Do you see a lot of your dancing in her, or is her style very different from yours?
In the Zouk, yes, because she also works with lambada. In lambada, she learned with different people. I'm not studying the new. I do a little bit. I dance, I follow, I know some basics, of course, but I'm not studying lambada profound, But she did, because she had a partnership with Felipe Lira, and he came from a background of lambada very strong because of his mother, Pati Lira. She was really into lambada, and Felipe was really strong in lambada, and Bruna was really strong in Zouk. When they got together, it was a really amazing partnership because they could contribute to each other, and Bruna also learned with other teachers from my studio, lambada. And when she dances Zouk, I feel she's really similar. Lambada is a little different style. Yeah.
What does she do similarly to you when she dances Zouk?
The hand move, it's very soft, loose, and the way she expresses, I think it's really similar. The way she uses her arms, and I think it's soft as I do. I have a soft dance. I think I'd like to express softly and smooth.
Yeah, and what's it like to dance with your daughter? Dancing can be so intimate. You're sharing so much. What is that like for you?
It's totally normal because it's part of me. She came from me. So when I hug her, it's easier. Because I really feel it's an extension of my person, and we can connect much better.
I notice I also have a question about you getting your dance degree, because you already know so much about dance. What inspires you to go back and get the degree?
What I'm doing in the university is it's a course that is more theory than practice, because I don't know how to say that in English. It's licenciatura in dance. For you to teach. So
like a pedagogy.
Yeah, that's it. So we have so many different aspects of the teaching, and psychological, historical, many different, about the social part of dancing, the health, the body. You study many different topics, and I think that's really interesting for me, because I never studied that in theory. I know many things because of my experience, and it's funny because I'm reading the things, and then I see some things that I already thought about that.
Well, because you put together like the whole Zouk pedagogy, right? Essentially.
Yeah, so I really connect the things. And it helps me to have different ways of explaining things and doing explanations that we use also more content. And it helped me a lot to create the content for the course I'm doing since May, because I used to do some teachers training, but was, for example, 1 week teachers training close to my congress, and it's really short time, like it's not really forming anybody. 1 week of teachers training, but I would like to do a teachers training that really passes the methodology, studying all the aspects of teaching, you know, not only technique but other aspects that are really important for you to teach. So it helped me a lot to create the content, because I started doing that, and I started this program that we call NDRP Pro. That's the initials of my studio, Núcleo de Dança Renata Peçanha Pro. So in May, and we have 5 months, and it's really intense. So I'm doing that now. It helped me a lot. The university helped me a lot.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, it's so interesting, because I know like you put together the first Zouk curriculum, right, to teach it?
Yeah.
And so you did that first even without this education.
No, that one was intuitive.
Yeah.
Changes in the dance.
Yes.
While you dance in the party, you end up doing the things different, and you bring this to the class. You start teaching the students one different way. You think it's gonna be easier, better, and that was how it changed. You know, the transition was not studied. It was not really, I'm gonna change this. No, actually it was not like this. It was really day by day, dancing and teaching. Me and Adilio, we discovered ways of doing things different. It's funny, because when I teach one step, when I teach lateral, actually sometimes I explain how it was done in the past. Lateral was not like this.
What is lateral?
Lateral, the step that you open and pass the follow from one side to the other.
Great.
And the follow step is a step and turn. You do a pivot. Yeah, nowadays, for some time. But in the past was not like this. Because it came from lambada, and lambada was different. So we went changing the step, thinking a way that it was more comfortable, easier for the students, for people that are not talented to dance. Because it's easy to teach a talented person. But to take a person that is not talented, that never danced, never experienced any activity, physical activity, to teach this person to move in a music, to a rhythm, express, you know, to another person. People are difficult sometimes to connect to people. They are afraid, they are shy. So it's different, you know. So we have to find ways to make it easier. This is my job in the methodology, to find a way to teach all the technique. Of course, we need technique to dance, but in a easier way.
And what a beautiful service to give more people the option to dance. Yeah, I love that. Well, let's move on to your final video here.
Okay.
One with your husband.
I'll explain. My husband is my student for a few time. Actually, he started long time ago. And then he quit dancing because he got married. He didn't dance anymore. He did other things. And then he returned to dance. And then that moment in the 2016 that we met again. He had been my student a long time ago before that, like 15 years before. But then we connected. Yeah, we started dating, and he came to my studio to study again and updated, because the dance he learned in the past was totally different. When he arrived in the studio, he was like, oh my God, I have to relearn everything.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's 15 years after.
Dance evolves. Yeah.
You know, and it was more similar to lambada at that time. You know, we go changing with time, as I told. And he studies a lot. He does classes. dances. He loves dancing. So I feel he's in a level that he can assist me in the class. I actually use him lots of times to help me. I teach, of course. I speak, I explain technique, but he helps me a lot. And I did this tour to US in March. He went with me on vacation, the first time in US.
Wow.
I got the visa, and of course we went to Orlando to the park.
Of course.
That's what Brazilian.
Yeah, that's a classic Brazilian move. You got to go to Disney.
Yeah. I love Disney.
Yeah.
So he helped me in the class, and that's one of the videos of the demo he did with me. He was really doing very well, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, let's say they don't have partners who dance and they really want their partners to dance. What advice do you have for them?
They should show the joy of dance. It's one thing that the person needs to want. Yeah, sometimes it's not what inspires this person. Sometimes people like more sports. It's okay, but it's a matter of showing how nice it is. And if the person is interested, let's go. It's not. If it's not, okay. Each one has the right of doing whatever and liking whatever they want. So yeah.
Yeah, be unattached.
That's what I did with my daughter. I didn't oblige her to dance. I put her in the dance when she was young. I didn't expect her to work with dance. Was 12 and I didn't expect. But as she fell in love, oh great. So that's it.
Yeah, I think there's an important piece around not being too attached. Like you have to dance.
Don't do that,
No, it's
because
bad.
this is one thing that the person needs to like.
Yes.
You don't force anybody to dance.
So
it's impossible.
So I love it because you met him through dance. So you knew he liked dance, and it was just a wonderful thing that he's grown in dance.
He always loved to dance. My husband, Hugo, his name. Hugo, when he was young, I didn't know him, of course, but he tells me. He used to go to the disco, to dance clubs, and dance all night long. He had this artistic
He liked to move.
He likes to move. He loves. So he always loves to dance. He stopped to study for getting a job for 5 years and got married and then changed it. The life changed. But when he had the opportunity, he returned to dance.
Oh, well, let's watch you dance together.
This was in Miami. You see that he moves very well?
Yeah, he does.
He has a charm.
Yeah. He's got some hips too.
Yeah.
I see the beautiful use of arms for him.
I like
too.
it to use the arms and the chest, extensions, and I like this elongation
Yes.
of the body. Explore the room. Went all the way to the other side.
Forward and backwards.
Yes.
Was he nervous at all for this demo?
No, he has an artistic vein. He's not nervous. You see, he's expressing.
Yeah.
At all, he was not nervous. People would get crazy nervous.
And he's
he
just like,
doesn't.
let's go.
It's normal for him.
Yeah. So what do you love about his dancing?
I think he has a very nice way of moving his body. He has a personal way of dancing that's beautiful.
Yeah.
He had already that. This is his way of expressing what he studied all these years, the technique of leading Zouk. But when the person already has this ability of moving, charm, styling, flavor, it's nice because you just shape the technique, the precision, the musicality. You go shaping, and that's what I helped him do with the classes. He does group class. I also help him personally practice with him.
When you dance with him, does it feel more romantic than with other partners? Is there something different?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's gonna be always more romantic. We have more intimacy. Yeah, you look different to the person you love. It's totally different. It's not a theater. It's true.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because a lot of people see a dance like Zouk and they say, oh, it must feel that way with everyone.
Yeah, with George was a romantic routine, but was fake. It's interpretation.
Yes. And you can be moved, but the special something
you can
isn't there.
really pass through in that as when you act as an actress, you can pass the truth, but it's not really what you feel in the heart. Yeah, it's something that you created, like a character.
Yes.
But when you dance with the person you love, it's totally different. That's true for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. It's so wonderful that you have the chance to dance with him.
Yeah.
And before we move on to these, is there anything else that you want people to know about that last video with you and your husband?
If you love dancing, get interested in studying more and more, because if you study, you're gonna have more tools to explore, to dance with more technique, more precision, safe. No, not only for leaders, but for followers, because Brazilian Zouk is one dance that use a lot of the body, you know, and you have postures that if you don't know how to do very well, you can hurt yourself. So if you have technique, you really protect your body and you execute the moves in a safe way. So I think that's important to say, because sometimes people want to learn in the parties, as I did in the past, but it's better that you study.
Yeah, better for safety, technique, more expressiveness, wise words. Yeah. So, Renata, how did you earn this nickname, the Queen of Zouk? That seems like an honor.
Yeah, it's really... I don't remember when it started. I actually don't remember. But it was really touching, because you feel like all your job, all your work, everything you do for the dance community is worth it's valuable, and you feel honored that the people have gratitude for you. Of course, you do things in life, it's the best that can happen is that you do things without expecting anything, but that's not true. You always expect something. When you do for somebody, you expect gratitude at least. So if you do so much and you feel people give value to that is really nice. You feel that your life is worth doing that.
Yeah, in your view, what have your most significant contributions been to the dance?
I think with the didactics, promoting the dance through all these years, since the time when we did this transition, and keeping the dance strong, keeping it, teaching day by day, teaching and passing information, sharing knowledge so that other people can also teach, and developing this dance through all the cities in Brazil, many different places, other countries. People that learned with me went out to other countries and did the same, and then it goes growing and growing each day, and you think, that's what it's because I started in the past that other people are inspired to do the same, and then you think, that's really, really nice that it goes like this direction, growing little by little, gradually organized,
Now, when you helped create the first Zouk curriculum, what was the most challenging part of that for you?
As I told, in the past was more about finding solutions and finding ways to teach moves in a more simple way, and without, of course, losing the essence of the dance, but making it more accessible to include everybody, not only talented people, but everybody. So I think the challenge is to find these solutions and improve the technique day by day.
So it was finding, you would create the curriculum, then you'd realize, we're getting stuck here, and you'd have to create something new for it as you went along.
It happens a lot during the classes, because you realize lots of things while you're teaching. Through a mistake that a student does, you think of a different solution to that, and then you realize, I think it's better to do that way instead of this. And then you start realizing through the students teach you a lot, because when you teach and you see the mistakes, you find solutions. And then we started thinking, let's do different, let's do this way, not that. And it's more or less about that. After all these basics are okay, of course, it always keeps developing the dance, but the foundations are there. We just need to organize them.
Yeah,
you just need to put them in a didactically program. But the most difficult was to reach this point.
Yes,
long time ago, not now.
Yeah, well, I just appreciate the insight, because so many times we want to go away and get it perfect and then present it. But what I'm hearing is that the way that you did it is you created something, you tested it. This worked, this didn't work. Then you created it actually back and forth.
The first curriculum, if we can call like that, was not written, nothing like that. It was just taught. Was with Agilio long time ago, when we had the transition, and was created like that. Not really, let's study how we can do that or this. No, just realizing during the classes doing that. Of course, years after, we have already done that so many times. We created this, and then I was already working with other partners, and we started organizing it. More, Yeah, that's the way it worked.
Yeah, iteration over time and organizing it over time. You've done a lot of choreography for big television, like national television.
Yeah.
Was there a project that felt like a turning point for Zouk?
For Zouk that I participated, not. But there is one in Brazil until nowadays that is called Dança dos Famosos. That is inspired in Dancing with the Stars. That all countries do that, and it really contributed for Zouk because they included Zouk in one of the dances that they perform. They do the performances, and but I worked in a TV called SBT. It's a channel in a program that took. I was hired for 6 months, more or less, and was one of the choreographers of a TV show, and was really, really nice because we had different styles as well, also Zouk, but it was not so famous as the Dança dos Famosos. But it was really cool experience. I learned a lot.
What were some of the most important things you learned?
You have to be fast, choreography.
For TV?
Fast, creating things like oh my God.
How did you speed up your process?
I had to just create fast and try to pass the information fast and have the strategies to do interesting choreography, but not so difficult.
So you keep it simple. Yeah.
Interesting, but that is possible that you pass this to the people who are performing. So it's a challenge because if you choose difficult moves, maybe you don't get the exact performance you wanted. Not so good. If you pass not so interesting, doesn't catch too much attention. It was a competition.
Yeah.
I was one of the choreographers. So I had to do a choreography for a couple. So each choreographer had a couple to perform that you choreograph. So it was this challenge. You have 1 week to do one choreography to record the TV show. It was not a live, it was recorded. But we had on 1 week.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, and there was 2 people that were not dancers at all. Like, that's hard.
I mean, that's an understatement. It's incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you were really walking that line as how do we make it interesting but simple? Because we have to do it fast and people have to like to watch it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, amazing. And you also run big events for Zouk. So what have you learned about sustaining a dance community?
So I think what sustains a dance community for sure is the regular classes. Is people having classes regularly. That's how you learn a dance. But the congresses, the festivals are really, really important for keeping the energy of the community, keeping the spreading information, sharing energy, meeting people from other countries, connecting with different people. So that's for me the most important objective of the Congress I organize. People are not going to learn how to dance. They can develop the dance, they can improve, they can add information to the dance, but not really learn the foundations in the congresses. Don't expect to do that because it's not going to be good for your dance. If you want foundations, you need to find a teacher and do classes regularly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then you go to the congresses, you get inspired and
you are ready to enjoy.
Yes.
If you do that, you are ready to enjoy in the congress. But if you don't, you arrive in the classes, in the congresses, in the workshops, you are lost because you don't have foundations.
Yeah.
How are you gonna understand all this bunch of different information? Each class is a different information, each move, different move. You're not going to be able to learn that if you don't have foundations.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
So last question. For people who are watching this video and they're aspiring to dance Zouk better, maybe they even want to be a teacher of Zouk, what words of wisdom and inspiration do you have for them?
Study. Yeah, study. Just get involved with this totally. Yeah, I think when you want to do something good, you need to go dive into that. You know, don't do more or less. I don't suggest that you do many different activities at the same time. In the past, I used to do university. I used to teach English. I forgot to say that. I did a course, an English course, and I taught English. I used to dance, teach English, and study in university, all in the same time. It was crazy. I could not sleep well. I was not doing anything well. Like I was really tired. So dividing my attention to many different things, and I decided to quit everything, as I told you. I stayed only with dance. So that's the best thing I did in my life. I decided and I quit and I chose the correct way. And of course, you have to think a lot what is your passion, what you are going to do. But I suggest that you choose and go, because it's gonna be easier that you have success in that if you do that.
If you commit, there's magic
if you
in commitment.
can, of course. I know that sometimes in Brazil you need a job and you need to do two things, but if you can, I had two parents that supported me. I was lucky. I didn't have to pay any bills at home, so I had time to do that. I didn't have to pay my bills. So not everybody can do that, but if you can, do it.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you can't, it's like, what can you take out to focus more on dancing?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be all or nothing if that's not realistic, but there's a magic in commitment and focus.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Renata, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure for me.